If you've ever suffered from a bout of imposter syndrome, I actually think that's a really good thing, and that's a good place to be. Let's have a talk about why today. G'day, I'm Jason Foss. So imposter syndrome is that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach where you're afraid of being found out, where you know that you don't know as much as you should and you're scared that other people in the room are going to know more than you and call you out. And the reason I believe that's a good place to be is because of where it sits you on the Dunning Krueger curve. So if you've never seen the Dunning Krueger curve before, this is basically what it looks like. So we can see down here at the bottom left, if you're at zero time and zero confidence, you know nothing about a topic, and you know nothing about a topic because you haven't learned anything about the topic. And as you start to learn things about it, as the time moves over to the right here, your confidence increases. Now, the trouble is with most topics is that at a surface level, it's pretty easy to understand pretty quickly. And so what happens is that with a very small amount of time, your confidence in what you know about that topic will skyrocket right up here. And right here, you're on top of what we call Mount Stupid. You think you know everything you need to know, but you haven't really spent that much time exploring the topic. And then what happens as time progresses, as you realise that there's a whole bunch of rabbit holes that you didn't even know existed. There's a depth to the topic that you didn't even know existed. And so after you find this out, you fall into the pit of despair. And this is the realisation that you don't know nearly as much as you thought you did, and you have a long journey ahead of you. And again, over time, as we advance to the right here, your knowledge increases slowly over time as you move up this curve towards mastery. Now, here's the thing, you don't have to achieve mastery to be able to write or speak on a topic. But think about where you are now. Invariably, you'll be speaking to a lot of people who are either back at zero, at square one, who don't know anything about your topic, or maybe they know a bit and they're on top of Mount Stupid, and in that case, there's probably some things you need to let them know about, or they themselves are in the pit of despair. So by and large, unless you're talking to a room of like real experts who have 30 or 40 years more experience than you do or something like that, fairly good chance that the people you're talking to, the people you're writing to, the people you're speaking to, are actually further back behind you on the curve. Now, if you're sitting on top of Mount Stupid, you're unlikely to ever feel imposter syndrome because you're at that stage of your learning journey where you think you know all you need to know. That's not the place you want to be if you're about to start presenting on a topic. The very fact that you're feeling imposter syndrome means you're somewhere up on this curve and you know more than a bunch of your audience, a good proportion of your audience. And aside from that, even if we're just talking about, outright black and white knowledge, your own personal experience and the things that you bring to that topic will be uniquely yours anyway. Nobody else is going to have that same perspective or experience that you bring. So if you're looking to try and build a bit of a personal brand or you're looking to separate your business from your competition and from the alternatives, and you feel like you don't know enough to make a contribution to the conversation by either writing, blogging, email newsletter, videos like this, podcast, whatever it happens to be, the fact that you feel that way is a pretty good sign. Push through it and do it. You might be surprised. I mean, to be honest with you, it's something that I feel all the time, and yet here I am doing it anyway. So hopefully nobody finds me out. So that's it for today. Embrace your imposter syndrome, get out there and do it, and I'll see you in the next one. And seeing as how you're still here, don't forget the like button and maybe one of these other videos and the subscribe button and wherever it happens to be around me. See ya.